Okay, so we're back. We're looking at source C now. When we look at source C, I want you guys to take note that provenance always play an important part. Remember again the timeline. Now this is an official government report. Okay, and you can see that it took place a few months after the riot, because the riot took place in August, but this was a government and it is an official report. So whether it was biased or one-sided or it is pro-government, you have to be very careful. Okay, so is it pro-government? Would it be biased in perspective? Okay, now if you look at source C, it says that the disorder spread. Okay, it was really actually about perception. That means it wasn't so bad, but people thought that the government and the police force couldn't control it. Okay, so this is the part that the police had lost control. Here it says that social media played a part. It also says that television played a part. So besides social media, which is your Twitter or maybe your Facebook at that time, okay, TV also played a part. Okay, and it says here again. Alright, now so this is the negative aspect, but if you look at the third paragraph, we have commended police force that made use of positive use of social media to reassure the public during the disorder. So this is a positive aspect, and again this is by the police force, so of course it is government. Okay, it would be unhelpful to switch off social media during times of widespread and serious disorder. Okay, so you need to make sure that you spend a bit of time to unpack sources. Alright, moving on to source D. Now this is a report about the riots, published again same timing with source C. We're looking at source C and source D because it's compare contrast. So the timing is pretty much the same. But now this is a non-government research charity. So it is what we call impartial towards government. Now because it is an NGO, we would think that it could be less biased towards what is happening. Okay, now this is very interesting. Well, this is an official government report, source C. Now source D is based on interviews for those people who were involved in the rioting. So there are certain or there are different perceptions. Okay, it is possibly different. Now several politicians suggested that social media should be shut down. And it was a view supported by David Cameron, and David Cameron again is the Prime Minister. But these early reactions was based on opinion rather than evidence, because actually, alright, if you look very carefully, social media was not used for negative aspect. In fact, social media is actually positive. Social media is good. Why? Because there have been many people who use the platform of social media to actually report to the police, okay, and or sending the abusive message to those supporting the unrest. So that means they have been using social media actually in a very positive manner. Okay, now closing down of social media, because that was what the Prime Minister wanted, might have had the opposite effect. Okay, social media also has been used for cleaning up operations. So instead of just rioting, it is also again a positive message. Alright, and you can see that there are about 12,000 individuals who actually tried to mobilize support, and there were more of their messages than those people who actually incited violence. So this is an overall positive source. Okay, and if you look at source C and source D, there are differences. Okay, besides the very fact that one came from an NGO and then the other one came from an official government report, that is obviously a very superficial, a very basic difference. But you can see that from here, I'm using another color here, red. Okay, from here you can see that in source C, the difference is that they also said that television played a part, right? And here it just, for source D, it just focuses on the use of social media. Okay, now both of these source, yellow is for similarity, actually said that there was a positive use of social media, correct? And then this also said that, there are positive aspects because operation cleaning up is a positive aspect. So here is also the similarities. Okay, so take note of both when you actually look at content. Be very careful about that. Okay, the last source